beautiful good afternoon to you wherever you're watching us from. Just in case this is the first time for you to tune into this YouTube channel, we are located in Lusaka, Zambia, and this is a platform where we actually share quite a lot of farming tidbits from the various crops that we do, and also poultry. So today we just want to give you an update on an old crop of sweet pepper that's been with us, which is now quite a very huge forest, as you shortly get to see. So this crop was actually transplanted on the 19th of October 2021, and so let's just do a deep dive and see how it's progressing. So here's just a bit of an aerial view of how this crop is doing. One thing you actually realize is that now we're actually managing this crop with ladders, because it's actually quite a huge thicket. Our team can actually not manage to manage this crop while it's just standing on the ground, so we have to use these ladders to make sure that we can actually reach the top. So that's quite indicative of how tall and how thick this crop has actually become. So with sweet pepper, like we've previously indicated, it's all about nutrition, plant management, and obviously some of the preliminary issues in terms of just land prep, the quality of seed. That is actually what will give you a crop that looks this beautiful. It's certainly not by chance that you actually see a crop that looks quite well fed, good nutrition, and also less issues in terms of diseases. So sometimes you actually get such isolated cases. This should be either some rats feasting on this sweet pepper, but generally I think if you check through in this greenhouse, this is an isolated case, but something that we certainly have to check out. A couple of weeks ago we had a bit of some fruiting issue, but now we've actually noted that the crop is on the rise. Quite a lot of fruits, if you can actually see here, that are actually emerging. So the abortion that we witnessed a couple of weeks ago is now fixed. So we're loving what we're actually seeing. Look at quite some lovely fruits that are actually coming at the top here of this crop, and some lovely big ones here. So generally what you want to see is that we've been harvesting from down here, and now you see that more of the fruits are actually coming at the top, and so you want to actually see a lot more clusters coming through as the crop gets taller and taller. So up here we can actually see more younger fruits that are coming through at the apex of this greenhouse, and pretty soon this crop is actually going to hit the top of the net here, at the rather in this greenhouse. Again, we stay consistent with our management practices. You can actually see the two-stem system here. That's what we keep maintaining. Again, this is a matter of choice based on our own practices and how the crops have actually responded to this practice, and we're happy with the two-stem system. Slightly less bushy compared to a three-stem system, but again, if you use one, probably you have fruits that are too big, so at least this helps in terms of just sharing nutrition. So it's quite some lovely tunnel here for this crop. Quite lovely to look at, and just like we always talk about, you actually see general cleanliness in this greenhouse. You can actually see weed free generally, doing very well, and that's what you actually want to see in a greenhouse, because weeds are actually a host of quite a number of diseases. So like we indicated a couple of weeks ago, this is March, and pretty soon we'll actually be getting into the cold season. So the ripening process of pepper is rather slow when it actually gets colder. So you actually want to make sure that you've got a number of greenhouses, so that much as there's this slow pace of ripening, you're still, you know, able to hit the numbers that, you know, the off-takers, order. So that's very critical. And so there's quite a number of greenhouses that are actually coming through, and we're actually planting quite a lot of the younger, sweet pepper, in the nursery. Hopefully we can actually get there so that you actually see what's going on. So production, scheduling, that's a critical issue. This one looks like the stem actually got broken in handling. These are normal issues. So those are some of the issues that do affect sweet pepper production, but producing a thicket such as this one is actually the reality. You can actually see now, even if I stretched like that, I can't actually even reach the furthest top there. So this is how tall this crop is. You can actually see I'm literally immersed here. Yeah, so producing such a lovely crop that's nutritionally balanced, with minimal incidences of diseases takes quite a bit of work, a lot of research into nutrition, and also just disease management. So here we've got some young seedlings of sweet pepper, all in the quest again for succession planning. That's exactly what you also see on this aisle. So all this is in the quest for succession planning. And there's more pepper on the other side. All this is sweet pepper that's coming up, different stages. So all this is actually sweet pepper destined come through into production, part of succession planning. So this is a younger greenhouse to the other one that we looked at, but it's also already in production. Some lovely fruits. In here we've got a bit of yellow, but our yellow sweet pepper production is a bit on the low side, but it's actually coming up pretty soon. Quite a number of those seedlings that you saw are actually yellow. So this one just recently came into production, but it's doing very well, and quite some very evenly distributed production, and even the quality of fruits is quite good. Certainly hitting 200 to about 250 grams per fruit. So that's the size that we're looking at, looking quite lovely. So all this is actually destined to become some sweet pepper forests, all thanks to a combination of some very good management and also issues of nutrition and disease management. So that's what is very key for sweet pepper production. So some of the other younger greenhouses also coming up through nicely. This was transplanted on the 18th of January 2022. This is a combination of Tonderos and Reggaeton. These are Rikes one varieties. So far doing quite very well. So there you have it. That was a quick review of our sweet pepper portfolio, starting with the sweet pepper forest, and then getting to the younger ones that are actually coming through, and so far doing quite well. Like we've always indicated, pepper is quite a very difficult crop. Even ourselves, we've been in it, but we actually treat it with the utmost respect when it comes to just what it requires in terms of the gentle touch, nutrition, disease management, and all the other production facets. So hopefully again this has been very good for you if you're actually intending to get into sweet pepper production, or if you're already in it and trying to just perfect the art. Hopefully this helps again in terms of production planning and a few other tidbits that you actually require to do sweet pepper production on a commercial scale. So from yours truly, Mr. Panuka, right here at Panuka Farm, thank you so much, and have a lovely one. And like we always back on, please remember to smash that subscribe button don't be stingy with knowledge. Make sure that more other people can actually hear, the word about, farming. And every time we actually upload a video, you actually get to be notified. So have a lovely one. Bye-bye.